The political tension in Rivers escalated on Tuesday as residents protested at the local government area secretariats in the state. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, the political tension in Rivers escalated on Tuesday as residents protested at the local government area secretariats in the state. Police officers reportedly fired multiple shots into the air to disperse protesters at the various local government area headquarters, including the Port Harcourt Council Secretariat. The residents are protesting against the reported attempts by the former local government area chairpersons to return to office. Governor Siminalayi Bara, during a statewide broadcast, asked the heads of local government administration to immediately assume control of the 23 council areas of the state. The 3-year tenure of the elected chairpersons, vice chairpersons and councillors ended on Monday. Despite the governor's directive, Alwell Ihunda, former chairman of Port Harcourt City local government area, reportedly made his way to the council secretariat on Monday but was chased away by youths. At number 2, the federal government has asked owners of private jets in the country to present the documents for verification. It gave the order in a notice through the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS). The NCS said the exercise aims to identify improperly imported private aircraft without documentation, ensure proper imports, and for maximum revenue collection. The exercise will start Wednesday, June 19th, and is expected to last for 30 days. The venue is the Tariff and Trade Department Room, Nigeria Customs Service Headquarters in Abuja. According to the notice, owners and operators of private jets in the country are to come with relevant documents. These include Aircraft Certificate of Registration, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority's Flight Operation Compliance Certificate, NCAA's Maintenance Compliance Certificate, NCAS permits for non-commercial flights, and temporary import permits if applicable. The development comes 1 year after the federal government put on hold the exercise. The government had planned to recover import duty running into billions of naira from some private jet operators who had taken advantage of technical loopholes to evade the payment of import duty. At number 3, the Lagos State Police Command on Tuesday said it has rescued the managing director, Fouani Company, a prominent representative of LG and Hyacinth, Mohamed Fouani, who was kidnapped alongside 2 Lebanese, the boat captain and his assistant. Police spokesperson in the state, Superintendent Benjamin Hundeyin, explained that the victims were rescued Monday night in Orubo Ido area of Epe, Lagos. The victims were kidnapped around the Falomo Bridge in the Ikoyi area of the state Friday evening while traveling from Apapa to Victoria Island on a boat. Superintendent Hundeyin, however, added that the police were not aware if any ransom was paid and that no suspect had been apprehended in connection with the kidnap. There were reports that the kidnappers established calls with the victim's family requesting $1.5 million as ransom. At number 4, Governor Obasani of Kaduna State has said that the military will soon establish 3 new forward operating bases in southern Kaduna, Giwa, and Birnin Gwari local government areas as part of efforts to combat the menace of banditry, kidnapping, and other related security threats bedeviling the state. The governor, who made the hint during a meeting with members of the Kaduna Elders Forum at the Sir Kashim Ibrahim House, Kaduna, noted that the presence of more boots on the ground in the front-line locations will enhance security. He added that all the arrangements have been concluded, and in the next few weeks, we will certainly see those operating bases in operation. He used the opportunity to appreciate the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and the efforts of other service chiefs, stating that Kaduna State has benefited from some level of intervention by the military. At number 5, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arraigned one Waika Izuchukwu Jude before the Federal High Court in Enugu for allegedly impersonating officers of the anti-graft agency. A statement by the EFCC via X noted that Jude was docked before Justice Mohammed Garba Umar on 2-count charges bothering an impersonation and obtaining by false pretense to the tune of 1,100,000 naira. Jude pleaded not guilty when the charges were read to him in court. The EFCC prosecutor Ajobiowe Rotimi Edington subsequently requested a trial date and for the defendants to be remanded at the Enugu State Correctional Facility pending trial. However, the defense counsel E.S. Umeochako informed the court of a pending bail application and sought Jude's release on liberal terms. After hearing arguments from both sides, Justice Umar granted Jude bail on the following conditions: bail in the sum of 2 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. At number 6, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Nasarawa says it has commenced an investigation to unravel those behind the attack on its headquarters in Lafia. The NSCDC Public Relations Officer in the state, Jerry Victor, said this in an interview on Tuesday in Lafia. Earlier, an unspecified number of bandits attacked the NSCDC Lafia office in the early hours of June 17, but were repelled by the personnel of the command. Victor said that the state commandant of the Corps, Ismail Abdullahi, had directed the intelligence unit to get to the root of the attack by apprehending the attackers, collaborators, and sponsors. He said that those behind the attack would not escape justice, as the command would go after them, no matter their status in the country. At number 7, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) has added 17 new deep offshore oil blocks to the 2024 oil bid round, bringing the total blocks on offer to 36. The blocks, which are located across onshore Niger Delta, continental shelf, and deep offshore, are expected to increase the country's reserves and boost its oil production. NUPRC had in April unveiled 12 new packages for the 2024 bid round, with another 7 deep offshore blocks from last year's bid round. The Commission, in a document released on Tuesday, signed by its Chief Executive, Engineer Wenga Komolafe, also reopened the commercial bid for the 2022/2023 licensing round. Engineer Komolafe explained that the reopening was to allow investors to take advantage of improved fiscal incentives approved by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who doubles as the country's Minister of Petroleum Resources. At number 8, Kenyan police fired tear gas and arrested at least a dozen demonstrators Tuesday as hundreds of people gathered near Parliament to protest tax hikes, according to AFP journalists at the scene. The East African economic powerhouse has struggled with a cost of living crisis, which critics say will only worsen although the levies laid out in a bill due to be debated in Parliament on Tuesday afternoon. The cash-strapped government has defended the move, projected to raise some 346.7 billion shillings, that is $2.7 billion, equivalent to 1.9% of GDP, as a necessary measure to cut reliance on external borrowings. Hundreds of black-clad protesters marched toward Parliament in the capital Nairobi's business district, but were kept back by police officers, lobbing tear gas at the crowds. Analysts say that while the taxes could slow down consumption and hurt the economy, the bill is expected to pass because the large parliamentary majority Ruto's party enjoys. At number 9, dozens of North Korean soldiers briefly crossed the heavily fortified border Tuesday, but retreated after warning shots were fired, Seoul said. The second such incident in 2 weeks, as Pyongyang reinforces its frontiers with the south. Landmine explosions near the border also injured multiple North Korean soldiers, the Joint Chiefs of Staff said, adding that Pyongyang had recently deployed troops in the area to clear scrubs and lay mines as relations between the two Koreas plummet. The countries technically remain at war as the 1950 to 1953 conflict ended in an armistice, and the demilitarized zone dividing the peninsula is already one of the most heavily mined places on Earth. The JCS said it believed the Tuesday crossing, like a previous one on June 9, was accidental, with some 20 to 30 North Korean soldiers carrying work tools involved in the incident, which took place around 8:30 a.m. Tuesday. Finally, at number 10, France is gearing up security measures ahead of its unprecedented opening ceremony for the Paris Olympics next month. Captain Sandy of the French Army told the AP that Fennec helicopters will be patrolling the city and protecting airspace on the day. The wildly ambitious July 26 ceremony is proving to be a gargantuan security challenge. Paris Police Chief Laurent Nunez said in April that the parade routes will be inside a high-security zone described as an anti-terrorism perimeter. He said it will include the first row of buildings along the route. Anyone who wants to enter the zone in the 8 days before the ceremony and on July 26 itself will need to pre-register online and will systematically be subjected to the background security checks known in France as an administrative investigation. The French government also decided that tourists won't be given free access to watch the opening ceremony because of security concerns. Access will be invitation only instead. That's it on what's happening. You can join the conversation on our website at www.rootstv.ng. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Roots TV Nigeria. Thank you for watching.